Hey guys, welcome back. So we are going to be doing the roughs for pages 3 and 4 and possibly 5. So we'll be using these 2 pages here. These I use for the template to mark the safe zone. I think this is the bleed. No. Oh, this is the safe zone. Bleed and then trim or something like that. I forgot. Whatever. But all the important stuff goes in the safe zone. So anything that I want to make sure that you guys see will go in this area. So let's do, I'm going to do with this page. So this will be, where is my lead holder? All right. So I do have, while I'm recording on this one, I do have the pictures of what pages 3, 4, and 5 look like. Why is it only showing 3? Fuck, man. So where is this saved at? Let me go to my gallery real quick. So where's this one saved at? Camera? Nope, not camera. What the hell? Pictures. Alright, whatever. Alright, so we're gonna rough out page 3 real quick. So this is a 4-panel page. And because I wanted to mix some stuff up, we've got a long panel going this way, and then 3 panels that'll go 1, 2, 3. It's not halfway, so here would be like the halfway mark. It's a little bit over, but there's a person here in the safe zone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this just to kind of rough it in so I know what I'm looking at here. 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 The stone. Here. And then something like this here. And then this would be where the elbow is most likely where the belly button is going to be. So I know this is going to be the belly button area. And then the hip is going to go down here. The leg, I'll probably make this a full, like I'll drag it out here, but have this in the safe zone. So here, the thumb would be on the outside. Fucking net. I didn't get it. So this would be the thumb area. The thumb would be on the outside. If I'm having it like this particular, I can worry about the fingers later. All right, so there's that. I know this character here. There's the face. They're gonna have this evil laugh going on. So that's what I kind of want to keep at. I'm gonna have to change the settings real quick because this is gonna keep display. Nope. Lock screen. No. screen time out 10 minutes. There we go. All right, there we go. So I don't think, I mean, I could technically have this guy's shoulder break frame if I wanted to. So maybe I might do that. There's going to be a few breaks in this particular panel. Like the like break, what do they call, not breaking the third wall, because breaking the third wall would be like talking to your audience. What the fuck is it called? Just breaking the panels, breaking the panel wall is, I think, what I'm trying to refer to. I've already been streaming for over an hour. Holy shit. All right, so let's go ahead and do a light line, just kind of going straight down here. I'm gonna skip the shoulder area because I think I'm gonna have the panel breaking. I'm just gonna do a slight indicator there because I think I'm gonna have this person breaking panel. And then from there, we've got these angles. I'm trying to think the angle I want to go for. These are going to angle up like this. And I want to kind of break this here, like here. And the other one's going to break down here. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to draw it in and we'll see how it looks. Because these panels that are going to go here are going to stay within the safe zone. So everything's going to be within these panels. Like there, and then here is the other one, I think. So here, and then I think here. Yeah, this one's going to be a little bit shorter. I'm going to go like that just in case, because this one's got multiple people fighting and stuff, which kind of works out because it's going to kind of hopefully be broken up slightly by down here. So I need to adjust this. So this is what I've got going on here so far. Let's go ahead and rough this in. So we've got I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this. I'm gonna have to zoom in here. Which means the arm, did the arm get in the way? I don't think so. Okay. To the chat room. What? All right, whatever. All right, so we're gonna rough this in. There's gonna be a guy here or some type of person here. It's a figure anyway, some type of figure. Male or female, I'm not quite sure. No, this is a king. This is a king. Because he's being attacked and murdered by, I'm gonna have to move him up. He's being killed by the queen. And I can say that because it's not giving away anything to the story. So, shit. So, boom, boom, boom. And I'm not, like, I will go back later and clean up these rough mannequins, because none of these are in correct proportion at all whatsoever. Like this chest area is way too small. Or this ribcage area is way too small compared to the head. And then here, and then go like this, because he's gonna have a sword coming either through him or something like that. But he's getting, was it Julius Caesar? Getting shanked in the back pretty much. So this arm's not gonna be visible, but I'll probably end up drawing through when I do the when I draw the character, so that way I can make sure I get the proportions and everything correct. And then the queen, she's gonna be, I'm gonna probably, when I do this, I'm gonna have to freaking gnat, bruh. I'm gonna have to what am I trying to say? I'm gonna have to plan it out. Jesus Christ. I have to plan it out with my 3D program to make sure I get everything correct. And then or look up some references here. So, and then she's shanking him with some type of blade or something. And then this goes here. And then here. I know it's not the best pose, but it gets the point across. Gets the point. That's what we're working on. And then this guy, I think this is going to be the queen. So she's being portrayed. She's being portrayed as what? Betrayed. Jesus, English. English, do you speak it, motherfucker? Pulp Fiction, if you don't know where that's from. I'm going to do this. I'm just going to put king. And then we're going to do a crown here. And of course, this will be different. Queen. You know what? I don't think I did in the freaking second one. I don't think I did the freaking shit. I don't think I actually finished it off. I think I didn't do the crown. I don't think I did. I think I'm gonna have to do that off screen anyway. But let me check. Yeah, I didn't do the crown. Okay, I'll have to do that. I'll have to do that later. I will do that later off screen. Because I'm gonna have to get really close, and aka my face will be up in the camera, and we're not doing that. So this is here. We're gonna here, and I'm just gonna make a note. Queen. And since it's just me, I don't need to make a note that this is the queen from from the previous scene. I'll know. So hand here, arm here. And then you've got this guy here who is coming down. I don't know how I'm going to do this because I have them jumping. But I think what I might want to do is instead of jumping, I'm going to have them standing. And then I'll have them, so their body's going to twist because I'm going to have them standing with a sword, with the hand up, and then here, 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 and then the sword here. And then they'll be looking down. And then I'm going to make a note. Standing with sword raised, about to swing down. So that way I know, because it is changed from the original. This is the original thumbnail. This guy's like jumping in the air. So I'm going to change it to where they're standing. I think that's going to make better sense. And then the last part down here is pretty much an all-out bloodbath. So I'm trying to figure out, and I think it's blacked out. Yeah, blacked out figures killing each other. Okay, okay. So how I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna have to let me figure out how I'm gonna do this, and I don't have reference for it. We'll skip this one. We'll skip this panel, the last panel. I'm gonna put indicator on the back, page number 3. So that way I know. I mean, I'll be able to tell anyway, but just in case. Page 4. Now, page 4 is where I can play with some body types, which I'm excited about. Super excited about. So, is this broken in half? I think this is broken evenly in half. And everything has to stay almost within the safe zone. But, okay, it is what it is. All right. So this is 11 by half by 17. All right. About 2. All right. 16. 8.5. 8.5. 8.5. 8. 8.5. Boom. 8.5, and then go to this side, and we're going to make sure we are at 8.5. And then I think you guys can see that. There we go. Then we're going to do a light line. And I think what I'm going to do with the wording, how I'm going to do the word bubbles, is I'm going to, because that's going to be done traditionally as well, I'm going to do them on a separate piece of paper. So I'll show you what I mean by that. Where is my... So what I'll do is I'll have a piece of paper. I'll do the word balloons. Of course, they'll be a lot better than this. So I'll draw the word balloons out. I'll put my text in. And what I'll do is after I've done this, I will cut this out, or I have to get an X-Acto knife. I'll figure it out, and then I will put them on the pages or scan everything in, digitally cut it out, and then digitally add it to the page. Because I'm gonna have to digitally clean up my work anyway. So I might do the words like that. It'll make it a lot easier versus trying to place them on the paper and end up possibly messing up. So there's going to be 5 figures on the top page and then 4 down here. So what I'm going to do is, because I kind of want this to be even down here. I don't know how this is going to work. Shit, let me see. Two and a quarter. All right. Shit. 2 and a quarter. Actually, that might work. 2 and a quarter. 2 and a quarter. 2 and a quarter. Because I have to divide this into 4 because I want 4 people to be at the bottom. And I'm gonna have different body types, which, like I said, I'm super excited about, to be able to have that in my comic, because I don't think that's something you really see in comics as much. I mean, in indie comics, yeah. I feel like in indie comics you see that shit all the time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So even though these people are going to be confined into this, I'm going to have the male brute, the female brute, and then 2 female, a male and a female, or female, male, and they'll be kind of heroic. But I do want the brutes, and they're most likely gonna kind of expand into these smaller, these middle pieces. Just this so you guys can see. Actually, I still gotta do the top panel. And then after this, I can go eat. I will call it a day, and then I can go eat some freaking food. Because I'm hungry as hell. Ugh. It's not even 2 o'clock yet. Is it 2 o'clock? What time is it? Yeah, it's not even 2 o'clock yet. All right. So up here are going to be the guides. They won't be all the guides, but there'll be some of the guides. I could just do the 5. It doesn't matter. But that'll be 5 guides. And when I say guides, the male and female guides here. And I think what I'm gonna do is I want them to be bigger, because I want them to have like this overall, like I want them to feel like large, right? So we'll do bigger heads, because that way their chest areas are gonna go here. Here. And then this will be there'll be a symbol over this guy or woman, whatever. Might have to adjust this. Damn. Maybe. Huh. No. I'm going to have to shrink these guys up, because I do want to have some of the clothing of these characters, of these gods here. So let's try this again. So I'm just gonna rough it in here. I know the hip's probably going to be down here somewhere, which is fine. So boom, boom, boom. So technically the head's going to probably be a little bit smaller. And depending on how you draw your characters, if you do like head first or body first, like the chest area first, whichever one you draw first is going to determine the other one. So if you draw your head first, that is going to determine the size of your rib cage. If you draw your rib cage first, that is going to determine the size of, this is just, I'm just roughing these in. That's going to determine the size of your, if you draw the rib cage first, that's going to determine the size of the head, based on proportions. Because generally speaking, the head, these characters are going to be at like a 3/4 view. Because generally speaking, I'd have to get like I didn't even draw the hips in, Jesus. But generally speaking, the rib cage is roughly about a head and a half. The length is about a head and a half. It's about a head and a half long. So if you're drawing the head first, I'm just going to do a circle, so it'll probably be a lot easier. If you're drawing the head first, you know that the rib cage is going to be about a head and a half down, or a head and a half lengthwise from that head size. And if you draw the rib cage, you know about, at least, if you break it up, you know about the bottom, like a third of the bottom of the rib cage. I want to say a third, a little bit more than, so if you go half the rib cage and then down a little bit, so if you take half of the rib cage and then maybe divide it by another half, that's probably going to be the length of the head, give or take. Like, it doesn't have to be exact, but that's kind of the general measurements for the head. So what I want to do with I'm not sure if I'm gonna have the, you know what I think I'm gonna do? These are the guides, right, within this universe. I think I might want to have them looking at like a world here, like looking like the world. I'm just gonna do like continents here, land masses, something like that. I'll maybe make a note. I'll make a note. Gods looking down at the world, possibly, and then they'll have some type of symbol above them, which I already know that's going to happen because I'm just going to do like something like this because I just need to make it just an indicator that there's something above their heads to indicate they are some type of divine beings. And then so down here, I'm gonna move this so you guys can see. Now we can work on roughing in these body types here. We're just gonna make it real simple. I think I have, where do I have all the loose sheets for my comic? I think it's in my Trapper Keeper. I don't feel like getting up. Okay, whatever. So we got the Brute. This guy here. So we're gonna rough him in. I'm not sure how his face is gonna look, but I was gonna give him the bigger body here. Here. And then maybe his arm is gonna be here. And I don't have to, this doesn't have to be perfect right now. And I do have references of like guys from like, cause when I say Brute, like I'm thinking of guys who do like powerlifting, and stuff like that. Like the guys who are big but muscular at the same time. So I do have references on my iPad of those type of females and males. Because these people, they're powerful, they're gonna end up being warriors. Well, they're already like some type of soldiers or some type of like mercenaries or something like that, like, but anyway, what I'm trying to say is they're already combat ready. They don't need to be trained or anything like that. Like they're so there's the female. So I'll do female, Brute, male Brute. And then we got the two, this is gonna be a female right here because I wanna alternate between male and female. Like this here. And this is gonna be a more more heroic figure. And I'll end up adjusting her as well because well, this is the chest, so then this would be here, and then this would be the, oh my gosh, I'm confusing myself. So chest area here, stomach area here, and then hip area here, something like that. I would have to, of course, go back in and definitely redo this. I know what I'm looking at, but yeah. Then the male here, and then his chest is here. And of course, when I do the Brutes, I will adjust them accordingly so that way they match up with the heroics as well, as far as like their bodies and stuff being standing out as well, like you see a majority of their body as well. So actually, let me do that now for this particular female. And just to indicate that it is a female, I'm just going to do this that way. Oh my gosh. My neck is sore from them freaking shrugs I did. I think I used 20 pounds when I did them. So here, and then this is her chest area. And then, because she's definitely going to take up, like her chest area is definitely going to take up, like her chest area is definitely going to take up the majority of this. You might only see like a sliver of her arm here. And then like that. And then here, and like the belly area, like the torso area, and then like the hips. So she's gonna have like some thick hips, because she's definitely gonna be one of those people who's just like tossing people through the battlefield, and I want her to portray. I want her to look like she can do that. Like she's gonna be like one of those strong, like bigger women. Like I definitely want her to look extremely powerful and like I don't want to say sexy, but like attractive. Like I don't want this to do the stereotype of, you know, oh, they're big but they're not beautiful. Like we're not doing that here. But I do want her to look like strong. So within this, I'm gonna have her like, well, she's gonna be in armor, so you really won't even see her muscle mass. But I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna portray her to make her look powerful, but also like, damn, like she looks good. So probably the arm. It's gonna be with the armor. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do her armor. She's gonna look badass though. She's gonna look fucking badass. She's gonna definitely look badass. And this guy too. He probably won't have as much armor because I want him to. I'm thinking personalities of these particular characters as well. Even though they're not in the story for a long time. Like you won't see him for you. Like you're not gonna see him often, but I still am thinking about the different personalities of these characters. Like I am thinking about how these guys are gonna look and their personalities that go with that. Damn. And then here. And then like the chest areas here. Like here. This goes out here, and then here's the chest area. And you'll probably see a little bit of his arm here, depending on how I've got him going. And then like his, and then the torso actually is going to go up some. This would probably be his hips. And then he's going to have some killer ass thighs too. So something like that. So we'll go ahead and son of a bitch just dropped my eraser. It's only been 39 minutes. Okay, so this one, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna call this one it. So I'm not gonna do any more work on this one. I could technically rough out page 5, but it's just nothing but figures standing, and I don't want to. Honestly, I just don't want to do it right now. I've been doing 2 pages at a time, and I'm going to stick with that. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video on YouTube. In the next video, we'll start working on pages, we'll start working on page 3 actually, and then we will hit page 4. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you guys later.